Hi, everyone. I'm Allie Sweeney, and I'm joined by my incredibly handsome and lovely co-star, Luke Macfarlane. Luke, where are you? How do you have a fireplace going? That's amazing.
Well, I just got back to Los Angeles and it was raining and cold, which is a rare thing. So I started a fire this morning at about 8 o'clock in the morning, and it's lovely. And we don't get to do that a lot here. And I'm a big
I
fan
love
of
it.
real fire too, real
It's
fire.
so true. I know, me too. Any opportunity. It's like in the 60s, and I'm like, oh, it's so cold. We should turn the fire. We should have the fire going.
It gives you a reason to be in the room that rarely gets used in the house too. I feel like
So
people have
true.
like living room fireplaces, but they're usually in the kitchen or the TV room. So here I am, and what a perfect occasion.
I
And
know. I know. It's just so Hallmark. It's like so cozy.
so cozy, and we're excited to talk about our new movie, A Magical Christmas Village, which is part of the countdown to Christmas, which I'm super thrilled and honored to be part of this year, which is airing tonight.
Tonight's
Yeah.
the big night. I'm so excited.
Yes.
So, yeah. So, Hallmark sent us some questions. Did you get your questions that
I
we're
got my
supposed
question. We
to?
have
Okay,
pulled up
good.
side
We
here.
did
So
our homework.
I just read them, but I like to keep it spontaneous.
Yeah, me too. Okay, well, I'm gonna go first,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Okay. So, in A Magical Christmas Village, the way our characters Summer and Ryan come into each other's lives was no coincidence. Should
Mm.
we talk about our cute meet?
Our cute meat. We're calling it a cute meat or a meat cute.
I think I have dyslexia. It's a meet cute. Yeah, you're right.
No, I think a cute meat is actually. I
I
think it's
feel that makes
cuter.
more sense. I'm not sure who decided meet cute makes more sense than cute meet.
Yeah,
The
I
point
don't.
being, we have a really
Alice.
fun first scene together, and I really actually really like that scene in the movie. Also because I thought that wasn't easy.
Yes.
We
Uh,
had like it took real effort on both our parts to make that work.
it always does, but those are the best
I
journeys
guess
to go.
that's true.
Yes. Do you want to
Should
talk
we?
about it? Do we want to spoil it, or do we let people?
Yeah, I know we have to give them a reason to watch, right? Like give them a little hint.
Okay. Oh, we have a visitor. Hello. Hi, Farmer.
Oh, and make introductions. Tell us everything.
Farmer. This is Farmer.
Hi,
And
Farmer.
hi.
Oh, how
Oh,
old is Farmer?
we have no idea. He was around.
Yeah, a
We're
good
guessing probably
rescue.
3 years old. Yeah,
Those are the best dogs.
they
We
are.
have rescues too.
Well, that was your meet cute of Farmer.
Yeah, right. It was perfect.
So
Okay, so in the movie, what I loved about the setup is that we're two people who kind of are just on their own program, right? Like going their own way,
yep,
and they have no interest really in like meeting someone, and they would never just sort of randomly like ask someone out,
yep.
but somehow something prompts them to interact, right?
Well, that's the thing that's I think the word magic in our title kind of tips its hat a little bit to the fact that there is another force at act,
At play.
at play, if you will. But I love that about our movie is kind of a balance because I think we're still being authentically ourselves. I think whatever that force is, it's sort of maybe just turning up the volume on what's already there.
Oh, I really like that. Yeah.
It's
Right,
not like
it is there. It's not like it's forcing you to behave or be attracted to some. It's not a love potion number nine, right? Like it's
exactly.
just encouraging you to act on an instinct that you might have just dismissed. So maybe be brave in a way that like you might not. You might have just been like, oh, he was cute, but I didn't say anything. I didn't, you know.
I'm gonna quote Abraham Lincoln here
Oh,
because
I did not expect that. I did not have Abraham Lincoln on my Hallmark Channel bingo. To be totally honest with you, but go
he
for it.
talks about our better angels, so that
Oh.
inside of us we all have better angels, and he talked about this at the second inaugural address. So our better angels are at work, and that's maybe the magic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. That's so great. That's so true. Yeah,
Um,
no, it's definitely part of who we are. We just don't know it until we run into each other in a movie. Okay, so that's enough. You ask the next question.
okay, here's a question for you. Ryan and Summer instantly realize they have so much in common. Um, from a love of architecture and volunteering to make lists and plans. How do they start to grow and change as they get to know each other?
Oh, that's
Hmm.
a good question. Yeah, I think that from my point of view, Summer was someone who is very set in her ways and sort of just likes everything regimented, right? And she really likes to know how next week's going to go, next month, and the next 5 years, right? Like it's all just laid out.
Yeah.
And the first surprise for my character in the movie is that her mom is going to have to come live with her. And I really loved that moment where she has to decide, like, I'm going to offer this right now and I'm going to regret it, but but like, I see no other way. I sort of I know I have to do it, and I have to like pull up my big girl pants and like commit to this right now.
Yes. Yes.
And then the second one is meeting Ryan, you know, like that she just didn't expect it and it's caught her off guard. And so I guess her lesson, or, you know, the journey she makes in this movie is like learning to be okay with that, learning to be willing to go with the flow sometimes. Like it's good to have a plan, as they both talk about, right? Like, a make lists, but
Yeah.
but you have to be prepared for anything. You can't just like, it can't just go the way you expect it.
I think that that's actually where characters both overlap. They both kind of, although Ryan is a little bit more, maybe slightly more of a wandering sort of soul, or he's deciding things. I think they really do, like you said, have a path that they think they have to go on. I will also share that I, like Ryan and like Summer, have a love of architecture.
Oh yeah.
In real life.
Yes, well, thank goodness, because you lent your skills to the dialogue in this movie, where the
like
premise.
One scene.
No, dude, it was really important.
Yes.
So sometimes what happens is the writer writes like this really lovely idea, and in this particular instance, architecture is very specific.
Yes.
And so she had written this specific line, but like we didn't have that set piece. We didn't have that. And thankfully, by the way, you commented on that, because I didn't even know enough about architecture to know that it wasn't there. And so you were like, you know, this doesn't really actually make sense by what we're looking at. And so luckily you offered us a solution. And then the other cute situation later that you offered a ad lib where you fixed something at the Christmas fair was also another good.
Oh yes, that's right. Well,
thankfully, you know how to build things, and you were able to.
I'm still hoping I get my technical advisor credit on
yeah. Oh,
Christmas. Yeah,
I'll get back to you on that.
We're working it out. All right, why don't you ask me a question?
Okay. Summer's daughter Chloe starts to notice that the moments she creates in their family village start happening in real life too. Have you ever experienced the magic of Christmas?
Wow.
I know.
I have
no
this
pressure.
very, very, very early Christmas memory. You know, when you're young, I'm probably 5 or 6, and you know, it's always like the task to stay in bed. Because you just want to rush downstairs to like see the presents under, and they just have like this magical glow of light to them. So me and my 2 sisters, we woke up early and we went down the stairs, and I swear on our way down the stairs, a candy cane like just landed on the ground in front of us. And like, I mean, I don't know. I know. I don't know how much probably my dad like threw it down after us, but at the time it was terrifying and magical.
Because like, yeah, I'm not even sure why he would think that was like, how could he have staged that? You know, like that. I don't know. I feel there's a lot of magic going on in that.
But also, like, what a weird bit of magic to like have a candy cane thrown at you. Like, I feel like whatever, like the powers of the universe, like they could come up with something maybe slightly less aggressive.
But it could have like, what if it had hit you in the head? Then that would have been different.
Christmas would have started years. That would have been fun. But do you have any magical Christmas moments?
Well, maybe similar slightly, but different in that one of my favorite Christmas memories is when I was a kid, Christmas morning, again, same, right? Like you have to wait until everyone's awake. Well, my brother and I had a bedroom that faced to the backyard, and I woke up and I don't know, you look out the window. I didn't really expect anything. And there was a big trampoline in our backyard.
Oh.
And it had not been there yesterday.
Oh, that's amazing.
And it like, and so however it happened, it is magical to me, because that was a lot. Someone, you know, like that was pretty miraculous to make that happen on Christmas Eve.
Wow.
Like, and it was so cool. And like, we didn't know it. I mean, you know, we were in the house on Christmas Eve. Like I really it was just magic. And then the next, you know, morning to wake up, and it's even in LA, it's cold on Christmas Day. And my brothers and I were in our pajamas jumping on the trampoline all day. And I realized now that I'm saying
coffee, and they
watch. Oh yeah.
I love that.
But I realize now everyone wins for that present because we were tired, right? And like,
Yes.
so for the next like 5 years, they had perfect exercise for their kids.
Oh,
But
that's
we loved that. It was really one of the best gifts I ever got, and it was really cool. And
nice.
there were a couple hours where my dad was missing, and you missed out on some Christmas Eve fun. But wow, what a cool gift.
That is a cool gift, and hats off to Santa for getting
Yeah,
that arranged.
exactly.
You know, my Santa once, my twin sister woke up and there was an office desk in her room. She got a
Oh,
desk, which is a hilarious Christmas present. It's like a
right.
Home Depot Christmas or a sort of office Staples Christmas, but she wanted a desk. She was very hard
But if
worker.
you want it, like, then that's really cool.
Totally,
That's the right
absolutely,
gift for you. That's how Santa knows these things. You know
totally.
what I mean? Yeah. Yeah.
All right, I have a question for you.
Okay.
But Summer and Ryan both love their careers and care deeply for their family and community. What are your favorite qualities about your characters?
Well, I feel you just listed it. One of the things actually, and it's in our movie, but it's in a lot of these Christmas movies. I love that sense of community,
Yeah,
and especially maybe coming from a big city like LA, we don't really have that so much. And um, I love that idea, like that you volunteer. Your character offers to volunteer for
yes,
the toy drive, and like everyone in town is, bringing stuff to their work to participate, and my character is like helping build, do the Christmas festival, and it just like there's something amazing about that and fun, and I really love that sense of community in these stories, and I love that our characters are like participators,
really. Yeah, it is so true, and it's also just like I think that that's how you make a happier life for yourself as well, and like
Oh
just
my
to be
gosh, yeah.
to get away from yourself, what your own interests are, and for sure, I think we all should do that. And people in Hallmark movies do it very very naturally. It's like
Yeah.
second nature to them, and I definitely Ryan definitely has that. I mean, he arrives in town, and within the first month, he's volunteering, and that's very admirable. I don't think most people would do that, so I love that about Ryan for sure.
But I think people do it, and I love that you say that. It does make you a better person. It makes you a better contributor to your community. Like it just makes it's just great. And it's so funny because now the audience, you guys watching, are having a sense of all the conversations I had with Luke behind the scenes. In between every scene, we'd
Yeah.
have these really deep and interesting discussions in which he brings up like quotes from Abraham Lincoln and talks about ways you could be a better person. And like so now you guys know this is how Luke is all the time, and it's just so beautiful and amazing. And I really like learned a lot working with you, and I
Aw.
and I think you're totally right. It's so true. It's just really it is nice. And I love that schools are encouraging kids to volunteer more. And my son, and I said to my son, he's in school, and it's hard, right? Like you have homework and you have stressors and like all these things going on and expectations,
Yeah.
but they also want you to do a certain amount of community volunteering hours. And I suggested he pick something that he likes to do. So he's going to teach little kids, like kids who, don't have advantages, like to play tennis, because he plays tennis. And so he's
Amazing.
volunteering his time to teach kids how to play tennis. And I was like, oh my gosh, like that's really a fun way to spend your time, and also like something that might help kids run around a little bit more. Like I said, like every parent wants their kid to come home tired, ready to go to bed, right? So like, it's just it's great.
And
Anyway, so I think
no,
I
no,
love that.
that is so cool that he's doing that. It's also like it's so easy to get inside your sort of one sort of part of a community. Like when you open it up to people that
Yes.
are unexpected, then you have other connections, other friends, outside of your regular group, and like we all want our worlds to be bigger. We all want
Well,
to have.
especially the last couple years, right? Like it's been hard and it's gotten really small again. And I don't think we're used to that. I think we're meant to be, exposed to other people and having different conversations. And you're
Yes,
one perfect example of someone. I'm so glad we've had conversations because I've learned a lot.
we really have.
Okay.
Allison, that reminds me. Did you receive something from me in the mail yet?
No, I don't know that I did.
You haven't been home yet. I'll check to make sure it's.
Should I? Oh my gosh, this is such code. Should we
I,
I'll look into it.
we had a wonderful time working on the film. I didn't have an opportunity to get something for Allison as a wrap gift, and I knew the
Aw.
perfect thing and I couldn't find it in Vancouver, so I sent it to your house. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
The house. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Well, we'll talk later. I'll text you.
Okay.
Okay. Wait.
Uh,
Did you contact my brother?
no, not yet, because I literally just got back into town
Oh
yesterday.
right. Oh right. You've been traveling the world. Okay.
Yes. Allison's brother is a cello teacher, and I need a new cello teacher. And the day we discovered
cello. He plays classical cello. Luke does. Like, isn't that amazing?
yeah, but Allison also knows who like Bartok and Stravinsky and like Chopin are. So like the moment we discovered that on set, it was
right.
So cool, just so unbelievably cool. That never happens. And I love you for that. All right.
I can't wait for you to send me a picture of you and my brother learning.
I'm actually really nervous.
Together.
He's really good. So
yeah, but that's what you need. You need to elevate you can't be all like playing Twinkle Twinkle anymore. You gotta
yes, you need to be a little bit scared. You need to be a little bit scared. All right. Okay.
We're acting against someone. Okay, it's my turn.
Okay.
Summer is unaware that her mom, Vivian, and Ryan know each other. Oh my gosh, this is my favorite part of the story.
Yes.
There's so many things I like about it, but I really think this is my favorite part of the story. Yes. Can we share the fun way they meet and share more about their relationship? Okay.
Yep.
So one of my favorite things about this story is that my mom in the movie, played by the incredibly talented Marlo Thomas,
yes,
has interactions with you and doesn't know it's you, right? Like she thinks you're this just random handsome guy she meets at the grocery store, and she wants to like help you have a better life. And it's so funny and great and like unexpected. I hope the audience is as tickled by this as I am. And I feel like, I don't know, you tell me how you felt when you read that in the script, first of all, because I'm sure that's not something you see every day.
It is. And it's also like that great thing, I think, when you're watching a movie, when the audience is in on a secret that the characters are, that is such an exciting moment because they are invested or they know something that the characters don't. And that just like creates this wonderful bubbly thing. And those were some of my favorite scenes to shoot for sure. We met at the grocery store for the first time. And like any good mother, she decided that maybe I shouldn't be eating as much junk food.
Right. It's so great.
In a very loving way. That was awesome. And of course, Marlo is amazing.
Yeah. I mean, wow. Right. And then, and just the way she works the scene, like, should it be this or that? Or should I come up to, just so even though I actually, I didn't get to play that first, I wasn't there for the very first beat where you overhear her conversation. But I can just imagine that Marlo was probably very particular about making sure the timing of that was just right. And then she explains to you like the history of the acting, workshop she's taken and the lessons she's learned from her incredibly legendary comedic father, Danny Thomas. Like, that like, here's how comedy works, honey. And you're like, oh my God. Yeah. Okay, right. I got it. So I'll pick up my cue. Like, and she had one scene with me where she did the same thing. She's like, you really need to say the line by this part so that I can turn, so that it's natural, so that my punchline works. And I was like, oh my gosh, she's like breaking it down. And like, I was like, can I write this down? Like, I feel I need to take, it was just really, I just had such an amazing experience working with her. She was awesome.
She is a professional. I definitely love that about her. She was amazing. But also like, and you've said nice things about me, and this feels awkward because I feel like I'm reciprocating, but you were also an incredibly valuable person to have on set because you knew the script inside and out, and the tips that you offered us during all the filming of the scenes that you weren't part of was tremendous and incredible. And sometimes we take for granted that, we're always moving to move so quickly, blah, 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 blah. But for you to offer this sort of bigger insight was always so nice.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a tough balance, right? Like we do have to be facile and quick and, try to get it done so that you can finish and also use your time. But it's also about using your time wisely, like making sure, that's the most frustrating part, is making sure as much time as possible is spent on the take, right? Like not the setups in between.
Yes.
Okay.
I have a question for you. There are some fun festive dates that Ryan and Summer enjoy together, from shopping at a local market to going ice skating. Do you each have a favorite scene that you can't wait for visitors to see? I want to start answering that because we did go ice skating, which is,
go ahead,
a thing that we have seen before in Hallmark movies. But I think that this perhaps, because you were there and you were like, we were trying to figure out how to make this sort of fall down moment
Yeah.
work. I think it might be the best fall down moment on an ice skating rink. The award to best fall down moment in an ice
Wow.
skating rink in a Hallmark movie
Goes
might
to
go
us.
to us. Yeah.
Yeah, we win.
That was a lot of
We're deciding, which I
fun.
feel
Yeah,
maybe makes us
totally.
biased. But we leave it to the fans. Let them decide. We feel quite confident in our contribution to the ice
Yes.
skating fall down moment, and that
Yes.
we did it really well.
Yeah, that was,
Also, I mean, I think the setup of it is really fun. That's where the magic like really crystallized in a way that was so rewarding, I think,
yes.
to the viewer.
Yeah.
But no, you were so good. That was like, and for me, you know, a little behind the scenes of this is that you can only fall down when someone like Luke is there to hold you up. And so I was able to like rely on him to be my you know, strength. And then I'm like slipping and sliding, like I could do this all day because he's like, I'm not doing anything. He's like, got me. And then I was like, okay, we can fall now. And then boom, it was so I give all the credit to you.
Oh, thank you. What's your favorite? What was your favorite scene that we festive dates?
To be okay, so actually this is kind of an actory answer, but
Okay.
my favorite scene was that scene we did last minute in front of the doorway
Yes.
where we say goodbye, and it was like at the end of a night.
Yes.
And to me that was there were a lot of things behind the scenes that made it happen in a way that is unexpected. And so I don't know how to explain why I liked it so much for that, like that we made it work. But then I also really liked it for the movie of that for all the magical parts that were like sort of coincidental or, you know, kismet or whatever you want to call it.
Angel.
That's the one where we like actually went for a walk together and got to know, you know, just talked for hours.
Yeah.
And then, you know, we end up at the door and we don't want to give away the setup of it, but it was such a poignant, beautiful moment for me, and just this tiny little scene. And I have to be honest, I think that's my favorite scene.
Well, also I want to share too. That was a scene that was added later, and that was we like felt like we needed, and that's like always a really interesting. Again, be prepared, actory talk here.
Yeah.
But when you kind of feel like something didn't land and you get an opportunity to go back and make it better,
right.
I mean, that was a perfect example of like spending the time, making the time to really land a beautiful little moment that was like new and added. So I love it.
Yeah, and totally different from how I thought it was going to go. And like, and it just hit me. It was just really, also we had known each other better, you know, we've been working together for several days. So I think we also sort of really knew what that moment needed in a different way.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I can't wait for the fans to see if they can figure out what moment that is.
Well,
okay.
Yeah.
Ryan is building roots in town and taking over organizing the annual Christmas toy drive from summer. Do you have, we'll both share some holiday traditions that we have?
I'll be honest, like traditions change a lot, you know, as families change and people move. I'm trying to think of what a new family tradition is, or a tradition in general. This year, I'm actually going away for Christmas, which is not something I've done before. Going on a big vacation.
That's awesome. Well deserved. You've been working a lot this fall.
Been very busy. Yes. I honestly can't think of anything off the top of my head other than I really do like put up a Christmas tree. Like, and I will do that even though I'm going to be gone over Christmas.
I do that too. And my husband's like, we're leaving. Why do you? I'm like, because I'm not gone now. I want to see it until I go. And then I'll have it. And then I'll know it's there.
And when else do you get like that awesome, like natural air freshener that is a Christmas tree? Oh, actually, I'm a real tree guy.
I'm a real tree person. I love a real tree. I also would put it everywhere. I love a wreath on the front door. I don't always have the time to do the garland up the banister, but I love it so much. That is my favorite smell. I love it. Scent.
I have a one-year tradition, and I'm going to say this because maybe I'll make it a multi-year tradition.
Okay.
My church sells wreaths. I always buy way too many, and then I give them to my neighbors. I did that last year, so I'm going to try to do it again this year.
You should, because what I love about that is it's actually a gift for you. It's like, I can drive home and see all these beautiful wreaths on my
Yeah.
neighbor's
What's up,
door.
neighbor?
But
What's up?
you're welcome.
Yes, yes.
I actually really like that idea. I think I have to buy wreaths for other
Well,
people.
it's always that guilty thing too when you see someone selling something and it's for a good cause, and you're like,
Yeah,
I want to just buy one. So then I get too many,
yeah.
and then I'm like, what do I do with these? And then I gave them to all my neighbors.
It's better than me buying too many chocolate bars. So I feel like you're on the right track. Christmas wreaths. That's great.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. I love that.
All right. Summer is not a fan of costumes, but Ryan has no problem dressing up to help give toys away. For the fun from the fun costumes to the incredible casts, do you have any fun stories from filming?
I mean, I have lots of fun stories. There are like so many.
Sort of backed into that question there.
Yeah.
What can I say? Well, I'm trying to remember the costume day. There was something with
How could you forget the costume day? Oh my gosh, with that tall hat you had to wear, and it's like 100 degrees out, and we're wearing these Dickensian costumes.
I've posted a couple pictures of that, and people are like going like, "Is this like a period Christmas?" And I feel like we should say it is not.
No,
it's not
right.
period all the way through.
No. In fact, yeah, it's the fun of just getting, like we were saying earlier, right? Getting into the spirit of Christmas and doing something for the community, right? Like it's just really cute that Ryan like just goes along with like, this is what we do, and part of the Christmas, the toy drive.
Yeah.
There
was something funny that day. I'm trying to remember, like, you pop out from a curtain, and there was like, I think a couple times when like you kind of got like,
oh my god, the whole curtain. So for the ladies, I don't know if maybe this is the same for you, because there's like just extra layers in old-fashioned clothes that you're just not accustomed to dealing with. The funny thing about those costumes was that it was actually my idea to do these costumes in the movie, because I do love a costume, and I really love like a Victorian, I don't know, Dickens costume in particular. But I did not anticipate that it would be like 100 degrees that day, and that we would be in this tiny barn, which is like just magnifies the heat. I feel we were really like shooting that in an oven, actually. Yeah. And then there's all these extra layers, right? Like I'm not accustomed to having this big skirt and all these like this cape and the hat and the whole situation. And so I'm supposed to like have this cute, funny beat where I like peek my head through a curtain. And of course it's not a real curtain. It's just a curtain that's like been hung by the prop department or the set tech. So it's just strung on like a, shower curtain kind of a thing, temporarily. So as any person who works with me knows, like including Days for Lives, including my entire career, like I get a little carried away. So actors always know, like, if it's a fight scene, I will fight you. If it's like you have to pick me up and take me out, like you're gonna actually have to drag me away, like it's a whole thing. So pulling back a curtain, I'm gonna pull, and then of course I realized, like, right, be gentle. This is not a real curtain, and then all the extra wardrobe and costume and the hat, and anyway, it fell down several times before I got it right.
Yeah, it was very funny the first time it happened. Everyone burst in it, and then of course everyone's like, "Well, reset. We got to reset it."
And reset. Allie tore down the set. Okay, we're gonna try this again. But yeah, I think it turned out cute. It was really fun. I really enjoyed that.
Me too. And all those kids were adorable in that scene.
Adorable.
Just looking at those kids, being like, "You are all so cute." And what are they?
Oh my gosh, the one kid. There's a cute moment where you staged a little bit of a funny beat with one of the kids, with giving out the gifts, and he was such a trooper, and like he was really funny about it. And
right, yes, yeah. the stuffed animal.
Yeah.
Yes.
That worked out. I thought that was really cute.
Oh, good. All right.
Okay.
The next question is, oh no, we're off to
we're at the rapid fire. Are you ready for a game?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to do it, or do you want to be the host, or do you want me to do it?
I can be the host. I'll just ask the questions here.
Okay.
Okay. Maybe we go back and forth. I'll ask the first one.
Okay.
Hang a Christmas tree, or hang a Christmas wreath, or mistletoe. Go.
Oh, no, wreath. I go wreath all the way.
I'm wreath as well. We are alike.
Good.
Yeah, I'm wreath. Mistletoe is I don't know.
I don't hate it if I see it somewhere, but I'm not going to make a special effort.
Yeah.
Also, I've been married 22 years, so
Yeah, I was about to say, totally. It's like mistletoe
tradition.
is for like the the uncoupled,
Yeah.
at the mixer dance. Okay.
Yeah. It's like cute when you're in
Angel.
high school. Okay,
Yes,
yeah.
exactly.
Oh, I thought it was my turn.
I'm sorry, it is. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Star or angel as a Christmas tree topper?
Ooh, that's hard. It's about finding the best one. I currently have an
That's true.
angel.
Oh, I love that. I have a star, but I did. You're right. It's because I just saw this star. Have
Exactly.
you ever been to Stats in Pasadena?
No, but
They
I
have like
feel like
really
eventually
good
okay.
Christmas stuff, and
Yeah.
they had like a beautiful star that was lit up, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I have to have that.
A
But
lit
I could totally go angel.
a
Angel.
lit up tree topper is kind of cool. And I've recently sort of been thinking about angels. I heard a very good podcast about angels. And I
Oh,
digress.
I feel like you're
Volunteer.
gonna have to send me
I will.
send me more. Okay.
Volunteer at a toy drive or a local Christmas market.
I feel like Toy Drive just like jumps out at me, but really I could go either way. I
Yeah.
don't know why that was the first instinct I had.
Yeah. I that's the first instinct I had. It seems a little more voluntary, civically good. So maybe that's why I jumped out.
Yeah, yeah.
Christmas markets are great as well, but I'm going to go with Toy Drive as well. Okay.
Okay, I like it. Okay, so far we're like batting 1,000 here.
Yep. We
Okay,
are.
spend an evening ice skating or watching movies. Oh,
I
this is
want to
tough.
answer this for you because I feel like I know what your answer is going to be.
Okay,
Movie.
you tell me. Yes, of course. Good
Yeah.
one.
Allison
movies
knows
too.
movies so well. I'm so impressed by your incredibly eclectic, like she watches everything. I was always impressed by that. And you and you remembered them and quoted them. So
Well, I'll tell my brothers because they're the three of us are. We just watched a lot of movies when we were kids and would quote them to each other. It was like a tradition. And now, of course, we torture everyone else at the table at Christmas dinner because we just quote, our favorite, like, because of course Die Hard is a Christmas movie, and so we
yes,
quote to each
for
other
sure.
all the time, like our favorite
Yes,
movies.
yes.
And I'm guessing your movies too.
I'm movies as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge skater, even though I've played ice skaters in movies before. Not a huge skater myself.
What is your favorite Christmas movie? I'm going off topic now.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Golly. I mean, it's kind of a cliche, but
No,
it's
at Christmas
Wonderful
is
Life.
not a yes. That is the best Christmas. That is the correct answer. That is the best Christmas movie of all time. You are correct, sir. Yes, It's a Wonderful Life is by far. I think Miracle on 34th Street maybe gets like right up behind it, second place. But yeah, it's a wonderful. I mean, you can't go wrong with Jimmy Stewart. He wins. Okay.
It is.
Wait, you're next? Okay, go.
Yes. Right. Make a list and check it twice, or play it by ear.
Oh, that's so funny. That was like the whole premise of our characters.
I know.
I'm definitely a make a list. I can't wing it at Christmas. What if it goes wrong?
I am definitely make a list person too. We're definitely that way. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Go caroling or stay in listening to Christmas music?
We might diverge on this. So
I wonder.
I am going to say caroling.
Aw. I love listening to carolers.
Nice.
So I would be willing to travel to listen to you carol. It's not that I need to stay inside, but I do quite like listening to Christmas music. I don't like hearing myself sing Christmas music, but also I would think, especially like the cello, I can't imagine you carrying your cello around
to go caroling with the cello.
on the go.
Yes.
But Christmas music is some of my favorite music to listen to. A little green sleeves.
Yes. Can I diverge and ask you favorite Christmas carol?
Oh yeah. My favorite Christmas carol, and I have the answer ready for any time anyone asks, is Carol of the Bells.
Yeah, it's great. That's very good.
And when you hear people do it live, like a cappella, the different voices, and the guy who's like, boom, 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 boom. Like, I love it. I love it so much. I'm like a little kid. It's my favorite.
Yeah.
What about you?
I have this. It's kind of an obscure one. You might know it. It's called the Huron Carol. And it
I
goes,
don't. Oh, maybe.
"'Twas in the moon of winter time when all the birds had fled." It's
Oh yes,
da dee da
I've
da
heard
da
that one.
da dee
Yeah.
dee da da da. It's very very pretty and sort of like I imagine it's the kind of song you would hear like a fresh snow. It's very beautiful. I think it's
But
about the journey of the wise men to the manger.
yes,
I think.
but I think also they do it a lot in with classical instruments. Like it's played with strings a lot, right?
Yes.
Yeah. No, I definitely have heard that. Oh,
And
and now I know it.
Sting, the lead singer of the Police,
Of
did a
course.
cover of it.
Oh, I love that.
A very good cover of it. It's very beautiful. I feel like it's an old English one. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
So as a fun little side note, I did a thing where I got to DJ a bunch of Christmas songs for Hallmark's Christmas channel on
Nice.
Sirius XM radio.
Awesome.
And one of the songs I chose is one of my favorite is again a cover. It made me think of it. Is Jewel has a great Christmas album from a few years ago, and she did a cover. This sounds so, whatever. She did a cover of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, but it is so clever and like
Really?
artsy and just Jewel, and she just has a little like there's such a personality and sassiness to the way she sings it, and there's a harmony in it, and like I'm telling you, I highly recommend you go find it, because it's one of my favorite Christmas carols, because she made it modern and fresh and fun, and it just has a little like character to it in a way that I just thought was such a clever cover of a song. And
Awesome.
and anyway, so I recommend.
And Jewel's from Alaska, isn't she?
Yes,
I
she has
feel
a
like
crazy story.
she would know Christmas.
Oh, right, good point. She definitely knows, and she's been in Hallmark movies.
Yeah.
And I met her when she first came to like a little old school. I was on a talk show in the early 90s. And she was there performing like one of her very first, when she first made it.
Wow.
Like before she was a hit, like, huge music star.
Wow.
I was on this tiny like show that probably only went like one season, and I got to meet her. And yeah, so she's really cool. All right.
Cool. All right.
My turn. Christmas PJs or ugly Christmas sweater?
That's tough. I'm going to go Christmas PJs.
But is it tough? Like, do you have ugly Christmas sweaters as an option B?
No. If I've ever been asked to like do a Christmas sweater, it's like a trip to the thrift store, and then I usually don't keep it.
Right. Yeah, no, I'm definitely a Christmas PJ all the way. And then like this funny thing happened just recently where my friends were all sending me pictures of my husband for his birthday this year. I was making a little montage, and someone sent a picture of him in an ugly Christmas sweater. And I swear to God, I had no idea that this happened. They had like a work event at his office where they all wore ugly Christmas sweaters. And I was like, how could you like go? He snuck out and bought himself an ugly Christmas and never told me about it, and then like threw it away, or like whatever he did with it, got rid of it. So I never knew this happened until someone sent me the photographic evidence of him in an ugly Christmas sweater. I was like, wow, you have untold depth, Dave.
But he's a man after my own heart. Like, he did the assignment, he got the sweater,
yes,
he showed up, and then he was like, and now we're done.
Now it's over.
Now it's over. Right. Because you don't throw that on yard work. Yes. All right. Question for you: Christmas Eve or Christmas morning?
That I don't even like. How do you choose? Because they're two totally different events.
I agree. It's. I wondered actually maybe for you because you have kids.
Yeah, you have to go with Christmas morning because like it's such an incredible, magical thing on Christmas morning.
I went grocery shopping this morning and I saw eggnog at the store, and I love eggnog, and I haven't bought it too. It feels a little bit early, but
yeah.
Christmas Eve with a little spiced eggnog it's pretty great.
Pretty like perfect. But I will recommend, you know what else is really delicious is I made eggnog ice cream one year, like homemade eggnog ice cream, and that's like a winner because then it's just
oh wow. Do you have an ice cream maker?
I do.
Yes.
Which I only ever pull out at the holidays when I have like Thanksgiving. I make like a butterscotch ice cream to put with
Oh,
pumpkin pie. And
nice.
like I love a holiday. I love a like cooking 3 weeks in advance for a holiday. It's my favorite.
I'm still working on
Yeah.
that. I don't cook. I wish I did.
But you'll, support the person who is cooking, right? Like
Yes,
are you a good team? You'll eat and
uh,
do the are you a dishes? Will you do the dishes?
I do the dishes as I clean when I cook. That's probably why I'm not a good cook. I have a hard time making a big mess. But of course,
That's amazing.
it's
Yes,
true.
you have to be willing to make the mess and then clean up after, or
You,
as you go. Like
as
on
you,
Top Chef, they're always like, "You gotta clean up as you go."
but they have an assistant, don't they? Don't they have an assistant? I don't know.
No, at Top Chef, you're doing it yourself. But
Okay.
yes, on like in restaurants,
Yeah.
you gotta clean up as you. Okay, well, I could talk to you all day, and I'm sure
Yes.
the audience could listen to you all day. So we're
Okay.
gonna let you go. Thank you so much for doing this, Luke. You're the
Yeah.
best.
You are the best. Thank you so much for doing this and for having me part of your movie. Which, like, I do just want to say one thing. Like, it's amazing. It was amazing working with Allison because she really did take the mantle and the responsibility of being somebody that really got this movie off the ground. She
That is such a nice thing to say. Thank you so much. I'm so proud of this movie. I am so honored that you agreed to be a part of it. You're a busy guy and so talented, and I don't take that lightly. I appreciate you giving us your talent and sharing your time with me because it was really you made the movie better, and I'm so grateful. So thank you so much, and thank you to all you awesome fans who are going to watch with us tonight.
tonight at
Um,
8/7 Central on
Hallmark Channel.
our channel. Yes.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Luke, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Hallmark Channel.
Bye, guys.
Bye.